Hey friends, we meet again on a Friday, Jersey Concept Friday. And if this is your first time here, my name's Neil. We do this every single Friday on the channel. We talk Jersey concepts, but this time we're going a little bit deeper. We've got uniform concepts, and these are from Nick. Full uniforms, not just home, also away uniforms. So we're not actually looking at 32 uniforms, we're looking at 64. Let's jump right in. And Nick, what you got for us? Bring it on. Let's bring it up. Anaheim's first. Wow, no orange. No goldish copper. We just got green. We got the eggplant purple. We've got white. It's pretty bold. Like it feels a little bit busy, but it's bold in modern, kind of in a good way. I don't know if I love it. I like it. I don't know if I love it. Actually, let me hold on there. I need to get this mic a little bit closer. Okay, so I will say that I absolutely love what you've done with the logo. I think that looks amazing on the purple and on the white. As we go through this, maybe at the end I'll obviously pick my favorite like I usually do, but I'll also pick my favorite between the home and the away for each team. So my favorite here, you guys can play along at home if you want, leave your comments as well. My favorite here is going to be the home jersey, the dark one, or the home uniform rather, the dark one. Let's move on. Arizona, wow, what is happening here? Kachina overload with the pattern there. It's very like kind of like the last one. There's a lot going on. It's a little bit busy, but it's very interesting in a great way. I think the socks are awesome. I really, really like the socks on the away jersey. We get the off-white instead of the white. I think maybe it loses me a little bit with the pattern on the bottom of the shoulders where it transitions to the primary color of each jersey, but it's not bad by any means. I think I prefer the away uniform in this specific one. I think they're close though. Like neither are amazing, neither are bad. I'll go with away. Moving on to the Boston Bruins. Okay, so not super drastically different than their current setup. Obviously the shoulders and the arms are a big change, but the rest of it's relatively the same. The socks are different. The pants have Bruins on them, and they don't actually look like black. They might have a little bit of a brown tinge to them. Logo's the same. The shoulders, they're definitely not bad. I think I might prefer the away uniform for this specific one. This is probably my least favorite of all of them so far. I mean, we're only 3 in. Okay, Buffalo. This looks familiar. Lots of people do this. I love what's happening on the arms. This is probably actually the best rendition of the combination of their two brands together in any singular jersey or singular uniform. I think the socks are perfect on both. I love both jerseys. Actually, I don't think I would change anything. Pants are great. This has to be my favorite so far. It feels so familiar because I've seen lots of people do this, so I'm not like super excited by it, but objectively, this is probably the nicest so far. Great execution. I think the home jersey is my favorite of the two, but I really love both, actually. Moving on, the Carolina Hurricanes. I think that the warning pattern is important, but I will say that it gets a little bit overdone in this one. It feels a little bit overpowering. Apologize, I'm just turning my phone on silent there. The socks are phenomenal, especially in the away uniform. I really, really like those socks. I would probably transition or I guess reverse the order of color. So I'd put red at the top and white at the bottom. There's just a little bit of a harsh transition between the jet black and then the white in the socks. So maybe just mirror those. But I really, really like the socks. I also like the socks in the home uniform as well. I think it's overpowering in the jersey, the warning pattern. A little bit too overpowering. I think if it's at 100% transparency, bring it down to like 20, 25-ish maybe. It might be a little bit better, but not bad. Moving on, Columbus. Wow, this is a very Ohio-themed uniforms here. The socks are really good on both. Again, great job on the socks. Bottom of the sleeves on the away jersey. The fact that they're colored blue kind of makes this appear a little bit like a t-shirt, which to me is a bit of a negative thing. So I think overall, I would go with the home jersey as my favorite. I do like the stripes, though. I think this is a really cool kind of playfulness that you can have with the logo to kind of incorporate that into the jersey. And it looks good. Looks good. Let's move on. Calgary. Wow, a lot going on here as well. We've got lots of colorization in the pants. The socks are a bit of a stage gradient, which is nice. The jersey is decent. I think maybe the pants are kind of bringing this down for me. I think they're just a little bit too aggressive because there's so much striping and transition in each jersey, home and away. to have that almost that busyness also replicated in the pants, just it's visually it's just quite a bit. I love the fact that you've gone back to the previous generation of Calgary styling on the shoulder patches. So, for example, the Canadian flag is up there, and then the Alberta provincial flag. I love that on the Reebok jerseys. I think that was great, and I guess the first rendition of the Adidas jerseys. But yeah, this looks busy, but pretty good at the same time. Oh, and my favorite between the two would be the home jersey, home uniform. Chicago. Well, I guess the home is probably more similar in appearance to what they currently use than the away is more similar than the home. But I do like both, actually. I love the amount of black, just, nothing fancy with Chicago here, just recognizing their simplicity and their history, not going crazy with the gloves or the pants, just keeping things simple in the middle. So I think that was a good decision by Nick. The shoulders look good on both jerseys. Socks look good. Of the two, I would prefer the white away uniform. Next, the Colorado Avalanche. Okay. Don't necessarily love the helmet. That racing stripe on the helmet's probably going to be a miss for me, but I really like what's happening in these jerseys, specifically in the arm section. So the angularity that's happening at the bottom of the jersey, which kind of replicates the mountain, is kind of bridged into both arms, and that same angle just flows right into the both arms. I think that looks really good, actually. I'm a big fan of that. That's one of the better Colorado Avalanche concepts that I've seen, home or away. The rest of the uniform is very good. Other than the helmet, I think this is almost a perfect uniform, actually. Next, the Minnesota Dallas North Stars. I don't know if Minnesota would be okay with Dallas going this direction. I don't know if anybody would be okay with Dallas going this hard at the Minnesota brand. I mean, technically that's where they came from, but I feel like this is now that Minnesota has gone the reverse retro 1.0 and 2.0 with their kind of respect to the Minnesota North Stars. I don't know if Dallas can kind of reach into that honeypot. I think that this is too far. It doesn't look terrible. It's just not for me personally. Of the two, I would probably choose the away jersey. Little bit too much green happening in the home jersey. Moving on, Detroit. Okay, so something a little bit different for Detroit. I do like that. I love the white skates. I'm trying to think of who used white skates back in the day. Was it Fedorov, or did he wear white gloves? I can't exactly remember, but he definitely wore either white skates or white gloves, and I loved it at the time. I love it looking back, and I like seeing the white skates here. Even if it wasn't white skates back in the day, I kind of do like the white skates in this uniform. I think the aways is going to be my favorite here. Again, an original 6 team, kind of like Chicago, so not going too crazy, just keeping it simple. Nick is staying in the right lane here, and these are both nice. I don't know if they're better than what currently exists, but I think objectively they're quite nice. Next, the Edmonton Oilers. Nick has gone heavy into the thematic of the Oilers here. Here he's got some steel with some rivets. Too much for me personally. I think if you want to dash it in a little bit, maybe in just the arm section, and keep the rest of the bottom of the jersey just regular striping, maybe we can talk about it. But for me personally, it's a little bit too much. It's so repetitive that it's just a little bit distracting. Don't mind it in the socks at all. I think it actually looks really good in the socks. But not my favorite so far. It's okay. And of the two, we'll go home jersey, home uniform. Wow, Florida Panthers. At first, I thought Moncton Wildcats from the QMJHL. If you're not familiar with the team, definitely go give their uniforms a bit of a peek. So the Moncton Wildcats use a bit of a slash in the back of their jersey. And I just kind of got that impression here with that kind of, there's so much it almost looks like flames as well. Like there's just a lot of crazy angles happening here. I like it. It's crazy, but I really like it actually. It doesn't meld that well from jersey to pants in the home jersey because of, it kind of does, I guess. I guess they both have their issues. So you have red to red on the sides of the away jersey, but in the middle it's red to blue. It's a little harsh. But on the home jersey, it's blue to blue in the middle, which is nice, but then blue to red is harsh on the sides. So a little bit of confliction there, I think. Socks are fine. Logo is obviously way better than what they use now. A combination between the current logo and the original logo. Shoulders are nice. Yeah, I mean this is a pretty cool concept actually. I like both. I think the home uniform is gonna be my favorite between the two. LA, wow, what is happening here? What is that color? It's almost like a clay or something. It's quite interesting. The socks are amazing. The skates are also amazing. I'm not gonna like it because it feels a little bit awkward with that color, but I love the fact that Nick's playing a little bit of risk here and just kind of going for it. Just something a little bit off-brand, taking taking some chance. I really appreciate when concept designers do that, and I think that's the thing about looking at concepts. Whether you do it on your own or with friends, or you make your own videos or whatever, I think you have to appreciate, even if you don't like something, if you just remain objective and appreciate someone's risk taking, because it's always nice to see something new. So I really appreciate that from Nick. And this is a cool design. Not going to be for me personally, but I do appreciate it. I think the away uniform of this is likely my favorite, and I really like I like the skates. Like that's cool. Just seeing something a little bit different down with the purple skates, and that's actually what's kind of cool about this concept. You can get this concept at sportstemplates.net. Feel free to use the code post to post to get yourself 10% off, and you can get this one, make a full uniform, make the helmet how you want, the gloves, the pants, the socks, the skates. That is what is amazing about this template. I really appreciate it. So use code post to post, get yourself 10% off on this one and all the other templates on the site as well. And I like to mention this recently, there's lots of free ones on the site too. So if you don't, you're coming up on Christmas, maybe you don't have a lot of coin, you're buying Christmas presents for other people, but you still kind of want something, well, I got free ones. So pick up some free ones and have some fun in Photoshop. Okay, let's move on to the next one. It's gonna be Minnesota, and wow, I love the, I don't know if it necessarily works with Minnesota, but I really like the almost scene and movement that's happening at the bottom of the jersey. It's very immersive. It doesn't blend well with the pants, but it's very immersive. It almost feels like the jersey is flowing. It looks good in both home and away. A little Christmassy overall, but yeah, I think like that design on maybe Colorado, maybe Tampa Bay, possibly the Islanders, just like a little bit of play on the fishermen there. Not a wave, but maybe a wave. Just depends on your interpretation of a wave or your thoughts on one. But yeah, that's kind of cool. I don't necessarily think it fits the Wild though. Montreal. This is actually immediately awesome. And I guess maybe not awesome's a little strong. It's good. I like the jersey. I don't love the brown gloves. The socks are decent. The brown gloves are throwing me off a little bit, actually. But I think there's almost too much color in the home jersey or home uniform, and I'm such a big advocate of the NHL changing their rules behind colors that teams can wear on the road. So right now, everyone has a white jersey, but if it's the Toronto Maple Leafs at home in blue versus the Nashville Predators, why can't Nashville wear their home yellow uniform? Like blue and yellow are completely different. It's going to be easy to keep the two teams apart. So I would be okay with the Montreal Canadiens hypothetically using a uniform like this as their away jersey with so much color, depending on the team that they play. Pittsburgh, absolutely. New York, probably not. Colors are a little bit too similar. So I kind of like the direction that Nick is going. I would love to see the NHL consider a direction like this. As for my favorite, I think the home uniform is going to do it. Next, the New Jersey Devils. Wow, it's dark. That home one is quite dark, actually. Maybe a little bit too dark. The away uniform is nice. I love the skates, too. You get like the red laces and the red highlights that makes it almost glow like neon or something. The helmet mask is pretty cool as well. Helmet glass is cool as well. The home is a little bit too dark for me. I think it's the red stripe, actually, in the backing of the logo as well. A little bit too dark. Nashville. Wow, that's a lot of silver. That is a ton of silver. Busy, I would say, very busy in the actual jersey. I think if you remove the yellow and the white from the bottom front of the shoulders, it might make it a little bit less busy, but that does also, in the same breath, balance nicely with the bottom of the jersey. And speaking of the bottom of the jersey, how beautifully does the home jersey blend into the pants on the home uniform here? This is just a great transition, and I think that's a bit of an underrated thing when people design concepts. Is you can make a jersey, you can design pants and gloves and stuff, but to consider the transition of each piece together in the uniform, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes a jersey individually is beautiful, sometimes it doesn't work with the uniform. And I think in his home uniform here, it works perfectly. The transition at the bottom of the jersey from the gray to the gray in the pants, that is, to me, a standout uniform. It's not perfect. There's little things I would change about the entire uniform, but still, great foresight there. Now the away jerseys, not quite at that level. You get the harsh yellow to the gray, but there is still some gray at the bottom of the jersey, so it's not too bad. It also replicates the same striping that's happening in the gloves as well, so you get that wonderful horizontal linear line there in the middle of the jersey. I think the home is my favorite. I actually love how much gray is in these uniforms. Next, the Islanders. So going with the fisherman theme a little bit, we've seen a lot of concepts actually use that logo as their primary logo. It's okay. I feel like it's a little bit long in the tooth in some of these concepts. So pants are decent. Overall, probably a miss for me just because of the logo. Next, the Rangers. Wow, okay. This is going to be a miss for me immediately. I know, if you watch the channel, you know exactly what I'm going to say even before I say it. I'm not a fan of that kind of angular pattern or striping in the middle of the jersey. I've never really seen a jersey that I absolutely loved it in. So just based on that, I would probably say no. But I do love, actually, the bit of, I guess, police theme here in a way. With the pants and with the socks, you get alternating colors. On the away jersey, you got blue stripe on one leg and red stripe on the other. And on the home uniform, the primary color is blue. So one stripe is white, one stripe is red. That's kind of neat. You can see that on the pants as well. So I like to see that, but overall, these would be a miss for me. Ottawa Senators. These are definitely nice. I love the pattern in the background. Looks great with the logo on top. Very symmetrical jersey. Don't love the helmet. Again, with the racing stripe. Socks look good. Overall, a good uniform. Both of them. I like the home jersey more, I think. Or uniform, rather. I keep saying jersey. Philadelphia. Wow, lots going on here. A lot of striping, actually. Maybe too much. This feels possibly Stadium Series vibes a little bit. Of the two, the away uniform is likely going to be my favorite. I do like that splash of, I think, gray maybe in there on the pants. That does look good. Let's move on. Pittsburgh. Okay, so we've seen similar designs to this. I love that little touch of blue in there. It looks great on the socks and in the jersey. Of the two, I'll say the home jersey is likely my favorite. Let's move on. Seattle. Wow, an entire scene happening here. Get the tentacles coming right up from the jersey. That does look good. Not symmetrical, but that's okay. I mean, if you're going to make something not symmetrical, then why not go full force with it and create an entire scene? So I don't mind that. And again, he's not used white as his primary color for the away jersey. He's used that really very, very light teal, almost green, which I think should be allowed, like I said earlier. Of the two, I think the home uniform is better. Move on, San Jose. Wow, actually, I love the orange in here. That orange looks very good. The away jersey is, I think, worse than the home jersey, but not bad. I love the socks, and the skates are awesome as well. The home jersey is going to do it for me. Or home uniform, rather. Oh, my God. I'm annoying myself. Okay, St. Louis here. We've got home and away. Shoulder is completely different than what they use now. Striping is obviously a little bit different as well. From like the knees down on the away jersey, I really like that. That looks awesome. Also the home too, that looks pretty good. I don't know how I feel about, you see how like in the home jersey you got the dark blue at the bottom of the jersey, goes into the dark blue pants. Great transition. We talked about that, a couple minutes ago. But on the away jersey, you've got lighter blue at the bottom of the jersey and then dark pants. So it's like I would want to see lighter pants to help with that transition at the bottom. But let's move on. Home is my favorite here. Tampa Bay Lightning, let's go. Gradient with that nice light blue into the dark blue. You've got an actual lightning bolt in there on the pants and on the jersey. Logo looks very good on white. Also looks good on the home jersey. Love the socks of the home jersey. I think the socks on the white jersey is too much white. It's just white. So I think the away jersey, away uniform, is too white. We got to darken up the pants a little bit or darken up the socks. Right now it just looks like a painter's uniform, but I love the gradient that's happening in here on both of these. Next, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Wow. Okay, so this is likely going to be a miss. This could be a Stadium Series uniform, I think. This would actually be a pretty popular Stadium Series uniform, I believe, if they did something like this. I don't know if they would do the T in the middle. They might do something a little bit more, like, I was going to say risky, maybe not risky, like extravagant maybe. Just something that's a little less winter classic, simple just with the letter, and maybe just something a little bit more. But I like the direction of this. Of the two, I think, I don't know, this might be a tie between the two. I like both. Vancouver. Well, we've got the V. The V is in there. We've got 3 Vs technically. Socks are good. The jersey's decent. I do like the gradient. The gradient looks good. I like the green that's in there. Doesn't match well with the dark pants of the two. Probably the home uniform, but not my favorite so far. The Vegas Golden Knights, the white away jersey, or what jersey specifically, actually, that's the correct term this time. That's going to be a miss for me. I don't find that blends well. The home jersey is better, although I don't love it either. I think uniform-wise, I might have to give it to the home one, but I think from the waist down, the away one looks pretty good too. Wow, the Winnipeg Jets. This is actually really good. I like this a lot. Again, maybe some confliction with the transition between the jersey and the pants, but it does not look bad at all, actually. I love the shoulders, love that bit of a chevron design happening in both arms. It's great. Yeah, this is actually one of the best Winnipeg concepts that I've seen, uniform concepts. Don't love the helmet of either, but that's relatively insignificant. Great job. This might be one of my favorites so far, actually. This might be difficult to go back and choose. Of the two, I like the home one the most. Okay, Washington Capitals. The last one. What do we have here? I thought it was the Islanders for a second. We've got a little bit more of an orange. I know it's supposed to be kind of rusty, but it almost, approaches the Islanders orange. Plus, you've got the wave in the bottom of the jersey. It doesn't look bad at all, but I think we're approaching a little bit too much Islanders. I do like the stars on the shorts or on the pants. The home is going to be my favorite of this one. You're going to need to give me a minute. I will make a cut because I have no idea what my favorite uniform is here. I'm going to give a quick shout out to the Florida Panthers as an honorable mention. The home jersey or home uniform specifically. I think that is, I love the risk. I love how aggressive it is. I think that deserves an honorable mention. I also want to compliment just very quickly the Nashville Predators. Again, I really like the amount of gray or silver in here. I think that was a risk that paid off. I would like to see more concept designers do something like that. So definitely an honorable mention there. I think the Tampa Bay Lightning should get an honorable mention too because of the nice gradient. But overall, I'm actually going to go with the Winnipeg Jets after looking at them all again. I think the Winnipeg one is the nicest, and I'm going to go with the home uniform, not the away. The away is nice as well, but the home uniform, I think that plays great within their brand, within their thematic of the jersey. The colors are nice. It also has just something a little bit different with more of the gray in there. So, yeah. That's my favorite, the Winnipeg Jets. Now it's your turn. If you have a couple of minutes, I would love to hear your comment down below in the comment section. What was your favorite uniform in this video? Your least favorite? Feel free to give Nick all the creative criticism and feedback down below in the comment section. I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you're new, please consider hitting the subscribe button. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.